Have you ever walked into your home and felt instantly overwhelmed by all the little things piling up around you? Cables, shoes, expired products, random clutter hiding in every corner. It's like your space is quietly stealing your peace, even when everything seems normal. Today we're diving into something truly transformative. 7 must-do decluttering tasks that bring calm and clean practical steps that will not only organize your home, but also lighten the mental load you carry every day. Yesterday, we explored a very helpful video tackling those small, often overlooked items that secretly add stress. From clearing out old kitchenware to sorting paperwork, we learned how even tiny changes can create an immediate sense of relief and satisfaction. Building on that today, we're going deeper. I'll guide you through decluttering electronics attics, entryways, wardrobes, bathrooms, home decor, and even those endless plastic bags in the kitchen. Each task is designed to make your space feel lighter, more intentional, and surprisingly calming. These are the areas that most of us ignore, yet clearing them can instantly shift the energy of your home. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have practical strategies to reclaim your space, reduce stress, and finally feel at ease in your own home. Let's jump in and create calm one corner at a time. Right now, we're diving into electronics decluttering. Let's explore how tidying cables, chargers, and devices can transform a chaotic drawer into a calm, functional corner of your home. I used to open my electronics drawer and just sigh. Chargers spilling over earbuds tangled into impossible knots. Old cables I hadn't touched in months. It was like stepping into a storm of forgotten tech. At first I ignored it, thinking it was just normal life. But over time, I realized that clutter in this small corner was quietly adding tension to my days. Taking the time to sort through these items became less about tidying and more about giving my home and myself a sense of calm. The first step is to assess every cable charger and accessory. If a cord is frayed, a charger no longer works, or earbuds are broken, they need to go. It may feel wasteful at first, but keeping items that don't serve you only creates stress and frustration. Once I removed the unused or broken items, I noticed how much easier it was to find what I actually needed. A small drawer suddenly felt spacious, and I could breathe just a little more freely. Next, I pay attention to the devices themselves. Laptops, tablets, phones, and remote controls may be our daily companions, but they attract dust, fingerprints, and sometimes tiny bits of hidden clutter like old notes or sticky tape. I gently wipe each screen, keyboard, and speaker with a soft cloth. There's a satisfying rhythm to this process, and I always feel a sense of care, like I'm giving these items a little respect, which makes them last longer and perform better. Plus, they simply look nicer when everything is clean. Once the clutter is removed and the devices are clean, organization becomes key. I assign a drawer for cables, a small basket for remote controls, and a dedicated charging spot for frequently used devices. Tablets are stacked neatly. Phones are charged in one place and cords are labeled or bundled. Walking past this organized area now brings a small but meaningful sense of satisfaction every day. The room feels lighter, and the corner of electronics no longer feels like a chaotic storm, but rather a calm, functional space that contributes. Now let's move on to attics, basements, and utility closets. These hidden spaces often collect forgotten items, and a little organization here can bring surprising clarity and ease to daily life. For years, I ignored mine, thinking it was just a place to put things for later. But over time, it became a graveyard of forgotten boxes, broken gadgets, and things I didn't even remember owning. Every time I needed something, I'd fumble through piles of clutter and feel that little pang of stress. Eventually, I realized that clearing out these spaces wasn't just about tidying, it was about creating room for ease and clarity in my life. The first step is honesty. Look through every box, bin, and container. If an item hasn't been touched in months, is broken, or is missing pieces, it's time to let it go. At first, it can feel wasteful, even emotional, especially when there are items that carry memories. I remember finding an old set of holiday decorations I had carefully packed years ago. Holding them, I smiled, but I also realized that I hadn't used them in 5 years. Letting go doesn't mean losing memories. It means making space for new experiences. Once the unnecessary items are gone, organization becomes a joy rather than a chore. I like to sort everything by category tools and repair items, seasonal decorations, spare household supplies. Each category gets its own clearly labeled bin or shelf. Things I use frequently are placed where they're easily accessible, while the extras can be donated, sold, or recycled. The sense of satisfaction that comes from opening a neat, purposeful storage space is truly addictive. Over time, these small actions ripple through the rest of the home. It's no longer a frantic search for a missing tool or decoration. The space feels lighter, calmer, and surprisingly freeing. It reminds me that a home isn't just about having things, it's about the feeling of living in a space that supports your life, not complicates it. And when I step back to admire the order, I'm reminded how much clarity and peace even a previously chaotic storage. Up next, we're focusing on your entryway. This first impression of your home sets the tone for each day, and a tidy entrance can instantly make your mornings and evenings feel calmer. Every time I walked through our front door, I noticed the same thing: shoes scattered everywhere, slippers left in corners, and the doormat barely recognizable beneath the chaos. I used to tell myself it was just a sign of a busy household, but over time I realized that a cluttered entrance created an unspoken tension. It was the first thing I saw each morning and the last thing I noticed at night, and it quietly set the tone for the day. So I decided it was time to reclaim that space, not just for appearances, but for a sense of calm the moment I stepped inside. The first step is being honest about what you actually wear. Pull out every pair of shoes, slippers, and sandals. Anything that's worn out, uncomfortable, or simply hasn't been used in months should go. I remember holding on to a pair of heels that I wore once for a special event years ago. Parting with them felt strange at first, but once I did, it freed up space for the pairs I truly loved and actually wore. I invested in a simple shoe rack and a few labeled boxes for seasonal footwear. Each pair has its place, and it's easy for anyone in the family to know where to put things back. Not only does this make the entrance look tidy, but it also saves time when getting ready in the morning. I even added a small basket for slippers so guests can feel at home without leaving shoes in disarray. I make it a habit to shake out and clean the doormat vacuum or sweep the entrance floor and occasionally wipe down the shoe rack. It may seem like a small gesture, but it instantly makes the space feel fresh and inviting. A well-kept entrance isn't just about aesthetics, it's about creating a warm welcome, a sense of order, and a place where clutter doesn't follow you in or out. After all, a tidy entryway is the first step to a home that feels peaceful and harmonious. Once your entrance feels welcoming and free of chaos, it's time to turn inward to your personal space. Let's take a closer look at your wardrobe. Now it's time to simplify your wardrobe. Let's look at how decluttering clothes and shoes can make dressing effortless, reduce stress, and boost confidence every morning. I used to open my closet and feel a wave of overwhelm. Clothes crammed on hangers, shoes piled haphazardly, and drawers overflowing with items I barely wore. It was exhausting just to look at it. Over the years, I realized that a cluttered wardrobe wasn't just inconvenient. It quietly affected my mood and confidence. I knew it was time to take control and create a space where every piece I owned had a purpose and every morning started with ease instead of stress. I pull out every item of clothing, every pair of shoes, and ask myself a few simple questions. Does this fit me comfortably? Do I actually wear it? Do I feel confident when I put it on? Socks without a match, faded or wrinkled shirts, pants that no longer fit, and shoes that are uncomfortable or worn out, they all go. It's amazing how much space you reclaim when you let go of items that no longer serve you. I even discovered a few treasures I had forgotten about, and it felt rewarding to rediscover pieces I truly loved. Next comes organization. I arrange my clothes by type and color. It might sound meticulous, but it makes choosing an outfit effortless. Jackets and coats are grouped together, casual shirts and blouses in another section, and accessories neatly stored so nothing gets lost. Shoes are lined up on a rack or in boxes, easy to see and easy to reach. I keep only what I actually wear and love, which makes my wardrobe feel lighter, my mornings smoother, and my daily outfits more intentional. I routinely reassess what I own, donating or selling items I no longer need. Over time, this practice has made getting dressed a joy rather than a chore. A clean, organized wardrobe doesn't just make your closet look better. It gives you a sense of calm confidence and even a little daily delight, knowing that every piece you own has a place and a purpose. A refreshed wardrobe gives a sense of clarity, and the same approach can transform other personal spaces. Next, we're tackling makeup toiletries and cleaning supplies. Sorting these items not only clears space, but also creates a serene, functional bathroom that supports smooth daily routines. Every time I opened my bathroom cabinets, I felt a little mess. Bottles jumbled together, some half-used, some past their prime, and I often couldn't remember when I'd last touched them. It wasn't just untidy, it added a quiet tension to my mornings. Over the years, I've learned that taking the time to sort through these products doesn't just free up space, it brings a sense of calm and clarity to daily routines. A neat, organized bathroom feels surprisingly luxurious, like a small sanctuary where everything has its place. I start by checking every product for its expiration date. Creams, shampoos, conditioners, perfumes, and makeup all have their limits, even if they're unopened. I've lost count of the number of times I found mascara or foundation that had long expired, and using them would have been risky for my skin. Items that have changed in texture, smell, or color are immediately set aside. Sometimes it's tempting to hold on just in case, but I've realized that keeping products that no longer serve me only adds clutter and stress. Reducing the quantity of cleaning sprays and bathroom products is another game changer. I used to think I needed dozens of different bottles to maintain a sparkling bathroom. Now I keep only a few multi-purpose cleaners that truly work well, and the difference is astonishing. With fewer items to manage, cleaning feels simpler and faster, and the space itself looks more open and inviting. I organize everything into baskets or small containers, grouping similar items together. Makeup goes in one tray, skincare in another, and cleaning products in a separate corner. This method keeps items accessible but neatly contained so nothing spills over or gets forgotten. I also make it a habit to glance through this organization regularly, tossing anything that's no longer needed. By maintaining this habit, I've discovered that a little attention goes a long way toward creating a peaceful, clutter-free environment that makes daily routines smoother and more enjoyable. With the bathroom tidy and items easy to access, the home instantly feels lighter. Let's expand this mindset to the living areas, decluttering home essentials and decor to create a space that's welcoming, functional, and peaceful. Now let's explore home essentials and decor. By thoughtfully sorting blankets, pillows, magazines, and decorative items, we can make our living spaces feel light, intentional, and truly welcoming. There's something oddly comforting about holding on to familiar items, yet over the years I've realized that too many just-in-case objects quietly weigh down a home. Spare blankets, extra pillows, old magazines, and random trinkets can slowly transform a space from cozy to chaotic without us noticing. I remember walking past my living room one evening, tripping slightly over a stack of newspapers I'd been meaning to read for months. It was a small moment, but it reminded me how clutter silently seeps into daily life. That night, I decided it was time to take control and reclaim my space. I started with the obvious extra bedding. Linen closets often become graveyards for mismatched pillowcases and barely used blankets. I asked myself a simple question for each item. Do I really need this? If the answer was no, it went into a donation pile or recycling bin. The same approach worked wonders for old magazines, flyers, and empty boxes. They had accumulated over months, sometimes years, and served no purpose but to crowd shelves and corners. Removing them immediately created a sense of airiness I hadn't realized I was missing. Next came decorative items, vases, candles, framed photos, little figurines. I examined each piece, not just for dust or wear, but for the joy it brought me. Some items had been inherited or gifted long ago, yet they no longer match my current aesthetic or lifestyle. It was surprisingly freeing to let them go, and I discovered that a smaller selection of meaningful decorations actually makes a room feel warmer and more intentional. A carefully chosen vase or a single candle can have more impact than an entire shelf of mismatched objects. The key I've found is balance. Keep what enhances comfort and beauty and let go of what contributes to visual. Finally, we arrive at less plastic, more calm. Organizing and reducing plastic bags may seem small, but it can make your kitchen feel spacious, orderly, and surprisingly peaceful. I used to open the kitchen cupboard and be greeted by a tangled mess of plastic bags, grocery bags, packaging bags, even those tiny ones that come with produce. They seemed harmless at first, just part of everyday life, but over time, I realized they were quietly taking over my space. It was frustrating always having to dig through a pile just to find one usable bag. The clutter felt small, but relentless, a constant reminder of things I didn't truly need. That was the moment I decided to take control and bring order to these simple but surprisingly overwhelming items. I gathered every plastic bag I could find around the house, from drawers under the sink, even stuffed in jackets. It was astonishing how many had accumulated over time. I sorted through them carefully, setting aside the ones that were worn out, torn, or useless, and placed the rest into a recycling bin or took them to my local supermarket's soft plastic recycling program. It felt satisfying to see the pile shrink, and to know that these items would be repurposed rather than simply cluttering my home. I realized I didn't need dozens of them, just a small collection for weekly grocery trips and occasional errands. I folded each one neatly and stored them in a dedicated basket in the kitchen, so they were always easy to grab but never spilling over into drawers or corners. This small step made a huge difference. The kitchen looked cleaner and my mornings felt calmer because I knew exactly where everything was. The process reminded me that organization doesn't have to be complicated. By keeping only what's truly useful, labeling or containing it properly, and letting go of the excess, even something as ordinary as grocery bags can contribute to a tidier, more peaceful home. Now, opening that cupboard feels inviting instead of overwhelming, and I enjoy the small but meaningful sense of order it brings to my day. All of these things, from decluttering electronics and storage spaces to tidying entryways, wardrobes, bathrooms, home decor, and even plastic bags, are small but powerful ways to create a home that feels open, organized, and calm. Each item you assess, each space you clear, adds a little more ease and peace to your daily life. If you're looking to save time on cleaning, reduce mental clutter, and make your home genuinely supportive of your lifestyle, start by applying the ideas that resonate most with you. You'll notice not just a tidier space, but also a lighter, calmer mindset and a real sense of control over your surroundings. I also have another video on everyday items people should always reassess that you'll want to watch right after this one. It's packed with practical tips on items we often overlook, and missing it would mean skipping some of the most useful clutter-busting strategies for your home. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Share these tips with friends and family. Anyone can benefit from simple, effective ways to keep their home organized. You deserve a living space that feels breathable, welcoming, and peaceful every single day.